Hello, folks, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, AEW and Love, here with their AEW Dynamite review for last night, and what was a solid Golem show leading into All In, which Sunday, which we know is going to be very fun, very good card nonetheless. Over 50,000, they officially hit over 50, so that's solid for this year. But yeah, the card for Wembley certainly looks fun, and can't wait to see how it turns out. But yeah, the Golem show for Dynamite was pretty good. You know, we had Claudio versus Okada. We had two very good segments between MJF and Ospreay, Swerve and Bryan in the main event segment, and yeah, you know, you want a Golem show to make you feel invested going in the card, and that it did. Now, a couple of things to talk about as the card has shaped up. So first, let's talk about the Trios Championship match going into All In. So last week there was a number one contenders match for Trios Championships between the Bang Bang Gang, Juice Robinson and the Guns versus House of Black to determine the number one contenders for Wembley, and Christian Cage and the Patriarchy. And Christian Cage, due to some tactics, we'll say, made sure there would be no winner. So now, the surrogate Christopher Daniels announced that at Wembley, so they're calling it a London ladder match. It'll be the Patriarchy, House of Black, the Bang Bang Gang, and a wild card trio, which will be determined Saturday in a trios match between Leo Rush and Top Flight taking on Pac, Claudio, Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta. The winners will be included. Now, talked about Pac having his Wembley moment. I'd say at this point you're like, for him to just be included in this match at Wembley, it's, I don't know, but it's a moment you get him on the card, so that's last-ditch effort. Now let's talk about the tag team title match coming up Sunday. So, it was determined on Collision as well that it would be a triple threat tag team match. The Young Bucks would be taking on the FTR and the Acclaim. Which, I'll be honest, when you talk about those two matches, clearly one surpassed the other. As far as excitement and just, yeah. I mean, I love the Bucks. I love FTR. The Acclaimed have been okay this year. But the reality is the value and just, the patriarchy, the Bagman gang, the House of Black, and then whoever is the wildcard team, it's going to make for a hell of an interesting match at Wembley, that's for sure. I mean, if anything, I feel like if Samoa Joe wasn't filming right now for Twisted Metal, I feel like he, Hulk, and Shibata would be great for this match, but Joe hasn't been on TV since he got taken out by Jericho, so yeah. But yeah, the tag team match, it's sad how the excitement level is with that. So anyway, let's not talk about Dynamite, shall we? So, Dynamite, like I said, was fun. Mostly war of words with this Dynamite, which you can't appreciate once in a while because you do love the hard-hitting, fun matches, but you want to see a change-up from time to time. So, this was certainly that. So, we started with the contract signing with Britt and Mercedes, and I thought it was good. Very good. Britt, people can say what they want and have their feelings about Britt online, but the reality is she cuts very good promos and talks the way she talks. This was mediated by Tony Schiavone. This worked well. The way Mercedes was, again, eating up her heel mannerism, being with Camille, mocking the fans for DMD stuff. I mean, it was fun. And certainly was an added element was needed for this build because we've seen a lot of attacks, we've seen not a lot of substance, but so you can appreciate a good contract signing like this. Afterwards, we could attack by Britt on Camille, but nonetheless, you got just Chris Jericho for Tommy Billington. Great to see Tommy Billington back for AEW television. He probably, not saying he does, I haven't seen the graphic, but I'm saying in all likelihood he probably has a deal. And it's great to see for the nephew, the Dynamite Kid, because he's 23, and we've seen so far in matches versus Dax Harwood and Takeshita that Tommy Billington, certainly there's substance there, there's, potential, and you like to see it. You like to see guys with this pedigree to hopefully be nurtured to become these gems and not necessarily have to follow in their prior generation's footsteps, but to realize, again, potential. Now, in ring, hopefully he is the ultimate reflection of his father. Outside the ring, hopefully not, but yeah. Or his uncle. Excuse me. But this fun, had a number amount of outside, interference or distraction to Tommy, but he fought off best he could. Looked like he's going for the flying headbutt, but got caught with a mid-air code breaker. 1, 2, 3. Chris Jericho wins. Afterwards, he grabbed the mic, talked smack about Hook. Hook ran out, got a big choke slam by Big Bill. There was that. We're going to get Big Bill versus Hook on Collision. Which, by the way, another thing. So, they were in Cardiff. Very good crowd. Very good crowd. And a little over 4,000. It was a great crowd. And so their first international Dynamite, they wanted Tommy to win, but very good showing by Tommy. So yeah, appreciate it. Excuse me. Tony Storm next up against Saraya. Former members of the Outcasts. Tony Storm and Saraya. So, this was for the AEW Women's Championship. Apparently, there's a thing the other day with Saraya's birthday or report or something, and Tony offered as a gift or something as a title match for Wednesday. Again, I get it that Tony Khan wants to make these feel bigger, but Saraya got the unexpected but expected win last year at All In. Won the Women's Championship. And then this year, being left off the card, seemingly gets a token title match in Cardiff. So, that's just, it's okay to do non-title matches, AEW. It's okay. You don't have to eliminate matches. You don't have to do... I mean, I get it. It's a stipulation, but come on. It certainly sounds better. Because Saraya wins, and arguably your most anticipated match on Sunday gets debunked. So, Harley Cameron was at ringside for Saraya. Tony Storm took care of both. She laid a smooch on Cameron, and then basically the kiss of death to Saraya as she hit Storm 0 after 1, 2, 3. Tony Storm wins. Saraya, I'll be honest, I think we can all agree we're happy she made a comeback to wrestling after the injury she suffered in WWE. But, we have not seen her wrestle the way I think some expected. And, she got the feel-good moment last year at Wembley. So, kudos to her. And for her to even make a comeback from that injury. Now, we'll see how her future is, because definitely she's certainly a valuable person for that women's division, especially when it comes to experience. We certainly know that. And yeah, so, and with Mercedes on the roster, that match is on the horizon. So, with them too. Will Ospreay versus MJF face to face. Or face to face. This was very fun. Very fun. MJF, he was out there in the All-American attire. Ospreay, he got a great reaction in Cardiff. These guys just had a very good face-to-face. Talked about each other's mess, etc. Talked about cleaning up after. Nonetheless, the best part was when Will riled up MJF, and MJF said the quiet part out loud. That they loved me before you showed up and ruined it. So, basically saying that MJF is jealous of Will Ospreay and the attention he's gotten since arriving officially a part of AEW. So, security was all around ringside, and Will Ospreay asked Tony Schiavone if Tony Khan was in his ear, and blatantly asked, how much is the fine for attacking each other? And said 127,000 pounds sterling. Hence, probably $127,000. So, Ospreay said it was worth it. I don't know about that, but they got into a bit of a brawl. MJF got the upper hand, attacked Will with the Dynamite out of the ring, busted him open, went for a Tiger Driver, but officials broke it up. So, again, and hearing the American music while Ospreay's bust open, that was some visual. Some visual. Hangman Page. So, I'm glad this is the direction. I think we all are. So, Renee said that for some reason, Hangman Page was asked to leave the building. And she caught Hangman, and Hangman mentioned, well, got what he wanted, and he's going to be in the Casino Gauntlet match on Sunday. It's a great thing. Talk about how he'll go through everyone to get what he wants, and to make him suffer. So, Evil Uno just chimed in back, and Hangman said, hey, old buddy, asked him from the Dark Order, do you know who's in the Casino Gauntlet match? And then coincidentally, Evil Uno says, well, he's in the gauntlet match. And then while he's talking to Renee, talking to the camera, Hangman gets a chair and wipes out Uno with the tip of the chair. So basically meaning he's gonna go through everyone that gets his way. Takes his luggage, rolls it over Uno. There's that. Mario Castagnoli and Kazuchika Okada for a Continental Crown Championship. Very good. As we expect. You know, how would this play out? Certainly interesting. By the way, so Justin Roberts was not present for this show. Bobby Cruz, the longtime Ring of Honor and still under AEW's flag, announcer for Ring of Honor, now since they fired Dasha, he's now the voice of Collision as well. But Justin Roberts was there, and in a way it's good hearing Bobby Cruz, certainly. But yeah, Claudio versus Okada. Okada, how would this match turn out? Because Okada's not slated for Wembley. He could be in the gauntlet, but not the case. I just mentioned about Claudio. You know, I think what some were hoping was Okada would beat Claudio here, and then Moxley would show up, defend his honor of his fallen Blackpool Combat Club member, and get this big match, Moxley and Claudio, or Moxley and Okada at Wembley, but that is not the case. Mox is still on vacation. Much needed vacation after last year. You know. Yeah. And Okada, so this was a time limit draw. So my guess is this going to be at All Out. I think what they were hoping was, Kenny be healthy, be back in time for Wembley, and we get Kenny versus Okada, but Kenny is still out for a number of time, so yeah, it is unfortunate. Won't get that match. So we got the time limit draw, and obviously the Bucks were out there and they egged on the crowd. You know, do you guys want to see 5 more minutes? And said, obviously that's not the case. It is weird for a championship match to go for 20 minutes, but yeah. Anyways, Darby and FTR, they attacked the Bucks, and this match kind of went underway. So, there you go. Main event segment, then after the 6-man tag, which I was give or take, Bryan and Swerve. So with Nigel McGuinness, the mediator, he praised so much Swerve and then called Bryan some nicknames, and Swerve cut this very good promo, very good. And then Brian all of a sudden runs out after Swerve mentions his family, and like a bat out of hell, he hits the bicycle knee. Nana and Swerve bail, and you can see the American Dragon was fired up. Said that, you know, what he knows is for the best for the last 20 years. He's been the best effing wrestler on the planet. He said a number of F-bombs in that promo. Saying the big question is, does he think, or can Brian Nelson beat Swerve for the AEW World Championship at All in Wembley? And he said, they know the answer, I know the answer, and Swerve, you know the answer. Made the signals for the yes chants. Swerve looked disheartened. You know, just some great visuals. Brian versus Swerve. Final countdown. Brian's family's going to be there. I think we're at the point where Brian does not walk out of Wembley as champion. It's going to be a heartbreaker. I love Swerve and what he's done as champion. But it's hard not to root for Brian. It's just hard. Anyways, yeah, guys, we'll see Collision, Rampage, Friday, Saturday, All In, Sunday. So it's going to be fun. But yeah, guys, I shall have hopefully a review up for Monday. So take care. For then, guys, hope you guys enjoy this review. Nonetheless, I'm Joe to Love. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Like. Leave a thumbs up if you guys like this video. Thank you guys all. See you guys next time when I do my all-in review. And take care.